For this second video of the power rule, what I want to show now is when I have more than one base that's in the parentheses. In this case here, what we're going to do is we're following the same steps still and saying that when I have 4 times x to the third times y to the third, and that whole quantity to the third power, again, what that really means is that it's this entire thing 3 times. So we've got 4x cubed y cubed times 4x cubed y cubed times 4x cubed y cubed. So when writing it out this way, I can either go back in and solve by using the product rule and doing 4 times 4 times 4 to get my new coefficient of 64. And then x to the third times x to the third gives me x to the sixth times x to the third again now gives me x to the ninth. And then y to the third times y to the third gives me y to the sixth times y to the third again gives me y to the ninth. So we could either go about the way of taking our entire quantity raised to that exponent and writing it that many times as indicated by our exponent, or we could go ahead and basically just take this exponent and it gets multiplied times every exponent in the parentheses. So in that case, when doing it this way, what we would see now is that this 4 being our coefficient, the only exponent that it has right now is like a 1 right here. And so now what we're doing basically is taking this exponent and we're multiplying times all of these exponents. You can almost think about it kind of like the distributive property, but this only works when taking a monomial, like in this case here, one term being raised to a power. It wouldn't work when we start adding in operations in the symbols, in the parentheses as far as like adding and subtracting. So in this case now we end up getting 4 to the third because I multiplied the exponent of 1 times 3. We get x to the ninth because again I multiplied the exponent of 3 times 3. And then I get y to the ninth as well of, again, 3 times 3. The only thing we have left to do now is to go ahead and simplify this part of my 4 to the third power. In that case, again, we know that that is 64. So now that simplifies my entire answer, and we end up getting back to the same answer that I had a minute ago when writing it all out in expanded form.